It was a fun, entertaining movie. It felt like a Marvel movie.
It felt like they played it very, very safe. Feels like it got Disneyed up a bit.
I'm really interested to see what like diehard Predator fans what they have to say about this movie.
So they took out any humans, put in robots instead. Kind of they samurai jacked it. That's what they did. They samurai jacked it.
The thing, it takes your form and it has all your memories, and you wouldn't know, like no one would know that that person is
Until you like this.
an alien. Yeah, yeah.
I will say this is one of the few horror movies I feel like I've watched where like everyone does the logical thing. We can make money off these creatures forever. Look at Stitch. Look at Grogu.
Do we need another Stitch or Grogu?
Real quick, everybody, before this episode starts, we just wanted to tell you guys from the bottom of our hearts that we love you guys, and we would really love it if you loved us too. That's a weird way to say that.
Yeah, that is weird. That's okay. We love you.
No, but for real, if you like this podcast and you want to support us, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or what else are we on? Amazon. Do those things for us, and we would truly, truly appreciate it. Yeah. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So do that, please. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Cinema Rolls Podcast.
Welcome to the Cinema Rolls Podcast. Today, we will be reviewing and discussing Predator Badlands. It has a PG-13 rating. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 47 minutes. It is directed by Dan Trachtenberg. It's written by Patrick Aison, Dan Trachtenberg, and Jim Thomas. And it stars Ruben De Jong, Elle Fanning, Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi. I'm so sorry if I ruined that name. I don't know. That's a crazy name. Dimitrius Schuster Hold on. Let me try this again. Koloamatangi. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. There you go. You want to tell me what this
From New Zealand.
is? That what that is? It's a New Zealand name?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I could see the koala is almost in the name, so that makes sense. You want to tell them what the movie's about?
Yeah, so Predator Badlands. It's about a young Yautja. Is that how you say it? Predator?
Yeah.
Yautja. And he goes to a planet in search of a creature, a beast to slay that he can bring home and become accepted by his clan and the Yautja people.
Yeah.
Cool.
How'd you feel about it? Did you like it?
I thought it was fun. It was a fun, entertaining movie. I thought it was okay. Had I never seen a Predator movie, I probably would love this movie. In the last Predator movie we reviewed, I did mention how I personally don't want to learn too much about like the Yautja like culture and like them being just this monster that we don't know of. They just like appear, start killing people, and you have to figure out how to beat them. Is I think makes the Predator films work, and so learning more about them and their culture, I feel like we'll kind of take away from that. Although that being said, the beginning of this movie, where like you learn a little bit more about that, is probably my favorite part of the movie. And then when it like gets into like the story and him on the other planet, it's just kind of whatever. I've been telling people that it felt like a Marvel movie, which is fine. Marvel movies are fun and entertaining, but I was wanting a Predator movie, and if I had never seen a Predator movie, or if this is the first Predator movie I've ever seen, or if I like was a kid and watched this, probably would just love this movie. I think it
Yeah.
would be great. But I'm not a kid.
Yeah.
So for me, the movie is just okay. Like I said, it is fun. It's entertaining. You can take your kid to it because there's no humans, so there's no actual violence done to humans, and that's why it has the PG-13 rating.
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the coffin there, Eric. I agree. It was just an okay movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad. Like I didn't have like super high expectations for it, but just Dan Trachtenberg's other Predator movies were awesome.
Yeah.
So I thought this one would at least be pretty good. It was okay. It wasn't terrible,
No.
but it was okay. It felt like they played it very, very safe. I feel like Dan had like this core idea and concept of what this movie was going to be, and then it kind of feels like corporate elite higher up motherfuckers started dipping their hands into his pot of creativity and mixing shit up and messing shit up. Yeah, it kind of feels like it got Disneyed up a bit, which is why it probably feels like a Marvel movie. Yeah, so there were a lot of things that I liked about it, and there are a lot of things I didn't like about it. Some of it felt really campy and corny. Some of it felt like it was playing into like this um, cookie cutter, like what's the word? I don't know.
Like a
Safe
formula.
formula. Yes, there you go. It felt like it was playing into this formula that Disney has crafted um, to make.
Like a paint by numbers kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I don't like that. Yeah, I went and saw it with some of my coworkers. My coworker Randall was super excited about this movie. The point where he asked me like in advance, he's like, "Hey, we want to go see a movie with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So uh, he came out originally. He came out of the theater and he was like, "Yeah, it was okay. It was pretty good. It wasn't amazing. It was pretty good." And then by the time we got like to the parking lot, he was like, "I feel like they really dropped the ball on this movie." Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I agree, dude. Yeah."
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more to say about this movie, but I'm not sure how much time I should
Yeah.
take up. But I will say that the main character, Deck, right, is the name.
Mhm.
He's a very serious main character. I can see why they paired him up with two very not serious characters. I feel like that's like the common trope, especially when it comes to like a duo. Um, Afro Samurai, right? Main character barely says anything, but he has an imaginary friend who's played by Samuel Jackson, who's like talks nonstop. You know, Vampire Hunter D, if you know what that is, it's a book and it's also an anime movie. It's D is a very serious vampire character, but he has this mouth on his hand that talks a lot, right? You have Game of Thrones with the Hound and Arya, right? And then you have Mandalorian, Mando and Grogu, right? You always pair this very serious, like badass character with someone who's like kind of silly and quirky and kind of balances him. And that's what they did with this movie. But that to me, it feels like they really tried to Mandalorian it up, right? Like it feels kind of like they're like, hey, you know, we have this formula that worked really well with Mandalorian. Let's just shove it into this movie that you're making, bro. And then it feels like they fucked up his vision.
That being said, the point of pairing him with these other characters. So from what I've been told is that this movie is a lot like the Dark Horse comics.
Okay.
And so if you're a fan of the comics, maybe you'll like this. I'm really interested to see what like diehard Predator fans who don't just love the movies, but love like all the extended stuff, what they have to say about this movie. But yeah, I guess in the comics, they always pair the Predator with a character like that. And so it's always like a duo.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. You wanna get into ratings?
Yes. I'll give this a 7.
Nice. I'm gonna go just below you and go 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I literally when we got out of the theater, that's what I said. I was like 6.5 or a 7 out of 10 for me. That's like how I'm feeling about it. But the more I thought about it, I was like 6.5. I think if I go 7, I'm being too nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to go lower, but I think that's just my expectations of what I was wanting. Like I said, if I go in it completely blind, having never seen a Predator movie, I would have loved this movie.
Yeah,
But it's not a Predator movie. So, I
yeah,
mean, it is, but it's not. So,
yeah.
yeah.
The action in it was good, which was to be expected. Um,
hmm
but I didn't like a lot of the comedy relief in it.
Yeah.
Some of it was okay. Like the little what's it called, a callus?
Callus.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
little baby callus. What that part where
The
he's like,
the Sonic Monkey.
yeah, so it's like uh, when he's like mimicking Deck. I think that part
Yeah.
was really funny, but I think
Yeah.
that's the most comedy relief it needed.
It needed, yeah.
Anything else was too much. There's
hmm
a specific scene that I think they should have just either rewrote or took it out completely. But I know it was very
I
necessary to the
agree.
story. But there was a scene where the Wayland Yutani robot's her name, Thea.
Thea.
Thea is trying to unlock the crate in which the Kellis mother is in, and then another Wayland Yutani robot walks up. And he's like, "What are you doing here?" And then it turns into like this comedy relief thing, which isn't funny at all. Didn't land at all with the audience. Nobody laughed. It was like, oh, and what do we do with that creature over there? And she's like, you should listen to her. And he's like, I should listen to her. And then smash head into the thing.
Smash.
And I was like,
We need his eyes.
yeah, right. I was like, oh my god, that was like cringy almost. It was cringy how
Yeah.
unfunny it was. Yeah. So there's moments like that in this movie that I was just like, I don't think that it was necessary. And
hmm
or perhaps it could have. Yeah, I don't know. If you look at like Prey, and then you look at this movie, Prey feels like he had like pretty full creative control, and this one feels like it was he had like a lot of people in his ear asking him to change things, including I think the not wanting any humans in it, you know,
Yeah.
which is why it's probably PG-13. They probably wanted this movie to kind of have a more wide audience.
Yeah.
You know, it also appealed to maybe younger audiences, and so they took out any humans, and put in robots instead. Kind of they samurai jacked it. That's what they did. They samurai jacked it.
Samurai jacked it.
Yeah, yeah. So Gendy, when he meets Samurai Jack, he wanted to make like a cool samurai story, and you can't be killing people in kids shows, as we know this from other kids shows. So instead, he put in robots, and then that's why you have this whole thing about him going to the future and he fights robots and shit like that. But
So Ninja Turtles, essentially.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the Ninja Turtles games. Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't be killing actual people. So
How
Foot Clan
dare they?
ninjas, robots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. With that, you want to move into some fun facts because that actually kind of segues into one of my fun facts.
Yeah. So I really didn't have much about fun facts, but um and I was watching a recap of all the Predator movies, and this guy said that the Yautja aren't really that tech savvy. Like they have all this advanced tech, but it's all stuff that they've taken from other like races and people that they've killed and stuff.
Interesting.
And so in the movies, when like their technology fails, they just kind of like get rid of it. They don't like try
Oh,
to fix it or anything. That's why,
yeah.
because they don't know any better. But
Fascinating.
I kind of think like if that's the case, how did this race figure out how to travel through space? Like, okay, they may have stolen a spaceship.
Right.
How did they know how to fly it?
Yeah.
Like you
How do you get
can't.
off the planet to even steal technology from other people if you can't? I mean, if you don't have the technology,
Well,
get off the planet.
they were enslaved by another race before, apparently,
Oh,
in the
okay.
comics, and then uh, they took over that race and stole all their stuff. So that's where they got the tech
Oh,
originally.
okay.
Yeah, they don't know how to fix any of it if it breaks.
Yeah.
I,
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Um, the Predator Yautja race kind of reminds me a little bit of the Saiyans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So much so much so that while I was watching this movie, and because this movie wasn't that great, I started kind of daydreaming about other stuff, and I was like, how fun would it be to have like a have like a fan fiction thing where Saiyans beat Predators. I think we all know how that ends, but it still would be interesting, you know.
It would be interesting. I was kind of thinking the same, but I was thinking that how they're kind of like, I don't know if dumbing down is the right way, but they are making it like more family friendly, I guess, with this movie.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, what are they going to like try to like put the Yautja race into some like Marvel or Star Wars? Are we going to have a Jedi Yautja or a Sith Yautja? Sith Yautja would be kind of cool,
Yeah.
but yeah,
It does feel like it was, you know, typical Disney. It does kind of feel like they're trying to set something up for like an expanded universe. Um,
yeah,
and yeah, which is probably why they try to play it safe with this one and use their formula, because they're like, we use our formula, it's gonna work, and then people are gonna love it, and then we can have all this money and all these possibilities to expand this universe, so we can make more money off of it. We can just milk it dry for everything that's worth, and just suck out all the creativity out of it, and just fuck the whole franchise till everybody hates it.
that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Um. Anyways, back to fun facts. The movie was originally going to be called Yautja, which is going to be called Yautja.
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
and Dan Trachtenberg, he told this to his friends that he is working on this idea for a movie, a Predator movie called Yautja, and none of them knew what a Yautja was, so they all started making fun of him for it. And so then he was like considering other names, um, and I guess he was sitting at his computer, maybe getting ready to like play a video game or something because he had Steam up, and he saw one of his friends was playing, I think, World of Warcraft. I think it was World of Warcraft, and there's a section or maybe a world, or I don't know. I don't play World of Warcraft, but there's a underneath it said Badlands, like that's the area he was playing in was
Yeah.
Badlands, and he was like, that's not a bad name. So then he kind of took that, and that's why it's named Predator Badlands instead of Yautja.
Okay.
Also, too, I thought this was pretty interesting. Deck was originally supposed to be blind, so he was kind of coming up with this concept of the Predator, this main Predator character being like the runt, but he wasn't really thinking like, oh, is he going to be smaller or weaker than the rest of them. The so the what made him the runt was going to be that he's blind, and he was thinking of stories like the Book of Eli. And when he said that, I was thinking of the Blind Swordsman, but maybe that's a bit old.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned something else too, the blind character, but I forget which one he said. And then he was gonna have him have some kind of like cool technology, some kind of face technology thing that he developed to like use kind of like echolocation in a weird way. But then he decided against that. I think because something to do with how he likes having the audience be able to see the world through his main character, and he was having a hard time doing that with him being blind. So he changed that. But that was pretty. That would have been pretty interesting, though.
Yeah.
Also, too, I was saying earlier they didn't want humans in the movie, so Wayland Yutani, the way he came into the film was that they didn't want any humans in it, and they liked the idea of a monster traveling with like a robot companion. So that's why he ended up with Thea as his little robot companion. But yeah, that confirmed my whole, because I was thinking about it after I seen the movie. I feel like the only reason there's so many robots is because they didn't want to kill humans, you know, and because if they were killing humans, there'd been blood everywhere, and then it would have been rated R, you know.
Yeah.
So the issue I have with this movie is I feel like a lot of the Weyland-Yutani robots, besides Thea and Tessa, felt really dumb.
Yeah.
like they're I guess just fodder for the plot line, but
Yeah, which is kind of sad because the Weyland-Yutani synths and androids are very smart in the other like alien movies. Uh, like they're almost just as scary and threatening as the xenomorph itself, you know.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're
So
pretty scary. Yeah, they're stupid strong. Okay, so some influences for Dan Trachtenberg. He cited works of Frank Frazetta, which I love Frank Frazada's artwork. He does a lot of like the fantasy artwork. You know who he is, Eric? I'm sure you
not by
I'm
name,
sure you recognize a lot of his work.
you know.
He's kind of like the godfather of fantasy artwork.
Okay.
You know, during that like end of the 70s, early 80s, when a lot of like bodybuilding and like fantasy was mixing. I talked about this before on the podcast too.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
he was kind of like at the forefront of that whole look.
Okay.
So he started works with Frank Frazetta and then Terrence Malick and the films Shane from 1953 and The Road Warrior from 1981 and Conan the Barbarian 1982 and The Book of Eli 2010 and westerns by Clint Eastwood. And then also comic book character Drax the Destroyer from Guardians, and then the video game Shadow of the Colossus all influenced this project. It's a lot. I like
Okay.
that though. I was watching a couple interviews with him. He seems like a very creative person. He seems like I feel like
Yeah.
he and I would have a great conversation. You know, I was saying earlier that they seems like they Mandalorianed it up. Right here, it says deck carrying synthetic Thea was directly inspired by Star Wars. In an interview with IGN at San Diego Comic Con 2025, director Dan Trachtenberg confirmed the link, saying that was the initial inspiration for it.
Was it Mandalorian and Grogu, or was it Chewbacca carrying around C-3PO?
Probably Chewbacca carrying around C-3PO. Can
I mean,
imagine.
that makes more sense. It's a literal monster carrying around a robot.
Yeah. A skull of an alien from Independence Day, 1996, is seen on the Yautja's trophy room. Another theory that the skull is from the aliens in War of the Worlds, because the shape of the skull of those aliens is more similar to the skull shown in Predator Badlands. War of the Worlds also stars Dakota Fanning. I also said Elle Fanning. But yeah, I did notice. I thought originally when I'd seen it, I thought it was alien, an alien, like a what's it called xenomorph.
Queen?
I thought it was a xenomorph skull, but then I was looking at it, I was like, oh, that doesn't look like a xenomorph skull. But yeah, I know exactly what skull it's talking about. It's like kind of right. You see it.
Yeah.
You see it when Tessa goes to a ship
Mm-hmm.
and she's like looking through all this shit.
Yeah.
It's part where she like opens up that skull part. It's like a door or something. There's something behind it. But there's a right in the middle. There's a skull of one of the aliens from Independence Day. It's kind of cool. You didn't have anything else?
For fun facts, no.
I will say my friend Randall, he pointed out that in one of the AVP movies, they call for backup from the other predators, from the other Yautja, and the backup that they called the character's name is Wolf, and so he thought that this was like the origin story of that Yautja, that predator. which would have been really cool if that was the case. But it didn't seem like it seems like it could be. It seems like it could be. Apparently, that character was missing a fang, and this character has a chipped fang. So either it's inspired by that
I don't
character in
know.
AVP, or it is that character from AVP.
Because AVP would have taken place, I forget when, but I want to say it was like early 2000s. I think it was supposed to take place around the year the movie came out. And this movie, I was told, is
set in the
supposed to take
far
place
future,
like way, yeah.
so it can't be him. But it would have been pretty cool if
I
they
don't think
linked
so.
it. You know,
That would be cool, yeah.
But all right, there's nothing else to be said in this fun fact section. Let us move on to suggestions. Is it suggestions time?
Suggestions. Yeah.
Cool. Whoa,
So
what you got for me?
I have 3 suggestions here. They're all very different. But first, I would suggest Predator, the original Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Great movie,
it's a good one.
and it's what a Predator movie should be. It's what started it.
Yeah, fair.
It's a great movie. I think that and Robert Rodriguez's Predators are my 2 favorite Predator movies. And my second suggestion would be Guardians of the Galaxy. Because if you like this movie, you would also enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's just a fun action adventure. Silly, quirky things happen. So
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because
And
Drax was apparently an inspiration.
yeah. And then my third suggestion, The Revenant.
The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio.
With Leonardo DiCaprio, man versus nature,
Okay.
survival,
Okay,
Yeah.
Those are solid suggestions.
Mhm.
Nice, Eric. I honestly didn't think of any suggestions prior to coming on here, so I'll say Prey because Prey is his first
That's a good one.
Predator movie that he made, and it's really good. It's really good, and like I
is.
said earlier,
Yeah.
you could if you watch Prey and then you watch this movie, you could really tell the difference as far as creative control goes. And Prey is obviously the better movie because he had more creative control. Predator, Killer of Killers, was also really awesome. I think he did a really good job with that as well. And then I would suggest perhaps maybe some alien movies like Prometheus and what was the sequel to Prometheus?
Covenant. Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant. Yeah, I would suggest those movies. I like those movies a lot. I think they don't really get talked about enough. Actually, I feel like they fall.
A lot of people didn't seem to like them.
Yeah,
I
fuck
love
with 'em.
Prometheus. That's one of my favorite movies.
I actually meant to mention Prometheus in the last episode as far as a suggestion goes. They suggested that movie too, that they kind of help the progression and development of human intelligence. Like they're like maybe even potentially the people that created us kind of thing, So yeah, Prometheus is cool as fuck. Yeah, so those are the movies I'll suggest. Sorry, I couldn't think of more cool, arbitrary ones, but I didn't really have time. I literally just came back from the theater.
Yeah. I was actually worried I was going to have any to suggest, but it's like, I could think of some things.
Nice. Appreciate you, brother. You came in with the good ones. Are we moving on to the Bucket Pool movie, the movie we watched for the Bucket Pool?
Bucket Pool. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
This is actually what I'm excited for. This is like your first time watching it, right?
Yeah. This is okay.
Yeah.
This is the one I forgot to pull up on IMDb. All right, so last week, we pulled out of Galactus, the bucket named Galactus, and we pulled out the movie The Thing. 1982. It is rated R. Has a runtime of 1 hour and 49 minutes, and is directed by John Carpenter. It's written by Bill Lancaster and John W. Campbell Jr. And it stars Kurt Russell, a young Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, and T.K. Carter. What do you think about this movie, Eric?
I like this movie. I think it's a good movie. John Carpenter is a great director. Kurt Russell is always fun to watch. Young Keith David I didn't realize that was him until I watched it again, and I was like, "Is that Keith David?" But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It is a young Keith David. Yeah.
yeah, good movie, awesome practical effects.
Yeah.
Don't know who or who isn't a thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I really liked this movie. It was very good. It's my first time watching it. I actually didn't know much about it. Surprisingly, I've been able to escape conversations that involve it. When there's a movie that is on my list that I really want to watch, I avoid spoilers at all costs. So luckily, I went into this only knowing that there's like an alien, and it takes place in Antarctica with like a crew. Yeah, so that's all I knew about it. So when I was watching it, I was like actually pretty surprised when I found out it was like an alien that can mimic humans.
yeah,
And so I was like, whoa, this is cool. This becomes like a cool like invasion of the body snatchers, like whodunit kind of thing, you know?
hmm
And that was a lot of fun. I hated the scene where the dogs got.
oh yeah,
I was like this the whole time. I was like, no, please leave the dogs alone. Um, and Yeah, it was super cool. The practical effects were awesome. Um, And I will say this is one of the few horror movies I feel like I've watched where like everyone does the logical thing. like
yeah,
like I was watching it, and then every time I would like say something that was like somewhat logical, they did it right after. So like for example, when they first locked the doctor up in the shed or whatever,
yeah.
and
He's acting all crazy.
and they're like, how are we gonna tell who's a thing and who isn't? And I was like, why don't they just like take like DNA samples or blood samples? You could obviously the doctor a second ago was testing out little cells from
Mhm.
the alien, and it was different. Like there was just, you could tell. I was like, why don't you just take everyone's blood or DNA and test it? And then right after that, they're like, I got an idea. We'll take blood samples. He's like, you think that'll work? He's like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, oh, cool. So like there was like a couple moments in this movie where I was like, why don't they just do this? And then they do that, and I was like, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I probably would have got to because they didn't do anything that like was like
Yeah.
stupid. Like I feel like it was all, you know, everyone was thinking logically that the alien was just
Mhm.
besting them.
Yeah. Guy Windows. Did you recognize him?
He looked familiar, but I was like, I don't know how I know this
He's
guy.
he's the guy from the Warriors. He's the one who gets thrown in front of the train.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like I know I recognize this guy. He was kind of annoying in both movies, to be honest.
I saw him and I was like, I swear this guy, like he's in something else that I've seen. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
The actors apparently they were told to act like they weren't the thing, like so no one like they wouldn't know like who was going to be a thing or something,
Mm,
and so to because the thing it um assimilates you like
right.
it it takes your form and it has all your memories and like you wouldn't know like no one would know that that person
Until
is
you like this.
an alien. Yeah. Yeah. And so no one could know, so
Right.
they had to just act like they weren't. And so I think that was cool.
Yeah.
Um
I will say Keith
and
David at the end, I feel like was acting a little bit like he was, but I think that's kind of the point, right? Because they want you to assume that he is.
yeah, I think it ends ambiguously, so you don't know
Yeah.
are one of them the thing? Are they both a thing? We don't know,
Yeah.
and you don't need to know.
Yeah. And I like that too.
Movie's over.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love movies that leave you questioning like that. Isn't it?
yeah.
It creates room for discussion.
I listened to the book, the audiobook "Who Goes There," which was written in 1938.
Wow. So that's what it was based off of. Is it pretty similar?
It is actually very similar. It's a very short story. It was only like a 2-hour listen. It's like $3 on audiobook on Audible. But yeah, it was good. There's an older movie, I think from the 50s that was made, and it's called The Thing from Outer Space. which apparently isn't like the story at all, like
Oh,
the
really?
story. Um, yeah, like there's an alien and people fight it, but it doesn't like shape shift or anything like that.
I was say, isn't there like a 50s version of this movie?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's the one you're talking
but yeah,
about.
apparently it's yeah,
Oh, okay.
apparently it's different in the movie.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought they were pretty similar.
so I was going to try to watch it, but then when I found out like it's so different, like I didn't really need to. In the book, they don't have the Norwegian team that's there that was chasing the dog.
Mm.
How the thing gets onto the base is that McGrady, and I want to say Blair,
Mhm.
find the spaceship, and they found the alien outside of it, and it was frozen, and they took it back
Oh,
to the
okay.
base. And it was small. It was a smaller thing. It had 3 red eyes, and
Ooh.
yeah, and they needed to thaw out. They had someone guarding it, and the guy fell asleep, and the thing disappears. But it first assimilates a dog because it's the closest to its size.
Oh.
And I guess when it assimilates something, it'll go after something that's around its size. It could assimilate anything, but whatever mass is left over is then left over to go on and assimilate something else. So it just keeps on assimilating things until it will eventually take over the planet. You know?
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and they were saying if given the time and was able to fully imitate, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like even like through like a microscope and looking at the cells and stuff, you would not be able to tell that that is not what it is. Like,
Oh, thanks. So you
yeah,
can only
so
tell the cells if like it hasn't fully formed yet, I guess, or
it hasn't fully, yeah,
simulated. Interesting. That's cool. What a
yeah,
cool concept that somebody thought of in the 30s,
yeah,
huh?
and yeah, and in the book, it actually ends. Um, the 2 characters that are left, they don't know, like they're so paranoid and they're so unsure because they think that the thing is so good at imitating that it would still act the way that the person acts. And so it would still be trying to actively like work with the team to try to find the thing, even though it is the thing, so they couldn't trust even themselves.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really liked this movie. It was like I totally understand why people love it. Um, John Carpenter did great with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does a really good job in this movie of keeping you in a constant state of mystery and suspense,
Oh, yeah.
and that kind of helps and creates the horror of it as well. I think.
Yeah. And I think it's obvious that it was intentional. Like he didn't want you to
Right.
know who was the thing. And even with the dog, because it's the dog, it spends a whole day there just wandering around the camp and stuff.
Right.
And you see it going down the halls, and it goes into a room,
Mm.
and you see the silhouette of someone. That person is not in the movie. That was a stunt guy that they had sit in so that you wouldn't know who the dog simulated.
What the heck? That's crazy. Yeah, I think Natalie might have pointed this out. She's like, seems like there's a lot of people
Yeah,
there. She's like, what are they all doing?
yeah,
I was like, I think they're like a research team. But
yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even notice that.
yeah. Because I noticed the dog go in there, and I was like, "Who is that?" Like, because you see the silhouette,
Yeah,
like
like
I'm
which character is
trying
that?
to figure out like who that is. Like, can't be this guy because that guy's bald.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah, like apparently it's just some random stunt guy they threw in there so that
just kind of throw you
you wouldn't
off.
know. Yeah,
Dang, that's cool. I like that.
yeah, because you would think like the doctor thought that it was what his name was, it Gary, the guy who like handled the dogs. You think he would have been the first one to get
Right.
got, but apparently they didn't get him at all.
I was suspecting it was Gary like the whole time too, and I was like, when I found out he
Yeah.
wasn't, I was like, oh damn, okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Natalie pointed out everybody who was the thing. I don't know how the heck she figured it out.
Witchcraft.
That's what I said, yo. She was she was like, he's one of them right there, and I was like, I wasn't sure who she was pointing at, and she's like that Weasley guy or something. She said like that, and
Uh,
And then later on, he was. Turns out he was one, and I was like, "How'd you know that?" And she's like,
Yeah.
"I don't know." She's like, "I don't know how I'm calling all this out." So I was like, "What the fuck?"
So, does she have an opinion at the end on whether or not either of them is the thing?
I actually didn't ask her, to be quite honest, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, I don't think we even really talked about it, to be quite honest. I
Yeah.
like that it ended open endedly, but
Yeah.
I don't think Kurt
No,
Russell
that's good.
was, but I think Childs was for sure. Because
Okay.
it would make sense to me that Blair, when he got out and he went over to the other place, right? There's a shot
Yeah.
where the camera's kind of moving in on the door, in which Childs runs out of, but this shot
Hmm.
is before Child runs out of it. So, uh, I think this shot is kind of supposed to be from Blair's point of view, and
Yeah.
he gets to Child's prior to them realizing that Child's is being weird, and then he runs out.
Yeah.
I think Childs is actually he actually helps turn off all the power and shit.
Yeah. Could be.
I
Because
think
why did he leave? Like, I thought he
he like
left
dipped out
because
forever too, yo. Like
yeah,
like he's
then he
gone
just shows up at the end.
the whole climax. He was gone, and then he just comes
Yeah,
back
but
at the
then
end.
at the end, if he was, or if Kurt Russell suspected that he was, why wouldn't he try to do anything? Why would he now be like, okay, let's just hang out and freeze to death, both of us?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they did say that the creature wanted to freeze again. So
Yeah. So that's the point. Like he said it earlier that the creature's going to want to freeze so that another team will come
right, and then
and
pick
they'll
it
take
up.
him out.
Yeah.
Uh, so if that was the case and that was his plan to stop the thing from freezing, why now, if he suspects Childs to be the thing, why would he just let that happen? Unless he also
You see,
was.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, I
Yeah.
guess. I just took
I
it.
don't
I
know.
just took it as he's fucking tired. He was like, you know what?
I look at it as that too.
Yeah. Like, you know what? Let's just chill, bro. Like,
He's like, but the cost of him just giving up is the world is going to be assimilated by these aliens.
true. Yeah. Maybe he's on too. Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the alien, so start you see the ship crash. Do you think whatever was flying that ship was also being attacked by the thing, or was the alien race the thing
That's a good question. I
they
didn't even
just
think about
crashed?
that. I was considering like because like the alien itself doesn't seem like it has like any real solid intelligence other than when it's like assimilated into something else. You know what I mean? Like you don't really see its like true form, I guess, right? But um um the fact that it needs to assimilate to the creatures on our planet, humans, dogs, whatever it might be, makes me feel like it is just some kind of like creature that needs to embody something else that is more intelligent than itself. You know?
Yeah.
But if that's the case, how the fuck did it fly a ship here? You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
um so yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think that would make sense too, I guess. Like if it would like took over some other alien and then flew its ship over here, maybe didn't know how to. I don't know.
I don't know. Because I would think like it's in if it's trying to assimilate pretty much anything, why start doing that on a spaceship while it's going somewhere? Why not, chill out, wait till they get to their destination and then start simulating
Mm-hmm.
things? I don't know.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's not like intelligent enough to even have that kind of thought process. It just its whole thing is just survival, and the way it survives is by assimilating to other organisms that are more intelligent.
But it does for the most part kind of hang back and wait for the time to attack someone.
Yeah,
So it has some intelligence or instinct
instinct.
at
Yeah,
least. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
Uh,
Pretty interesting stuff though.
yeah.
Um, you want to move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
Let's let's do the bucket pool.
That's cool.
Pull out
Now, I'm thinking that this will probably be the last time you pull just from here, and then from now on, we'll do Christmas holiday theme
Sure.
movies.
Yeah. Come on. Give me something good.
What did we get?
Give me something good.
North by Northwest.
Okay, this is an older movie, right? From like the 50s?
Yeah, I believe it's on this poster. That's probably why it's in there.
Yeah, 1959, and it is an Alfred Hitchcock film, which I think I actually started watching this movie the other day. I forget when, but I didn't get very far in it.
Okay,
So, yeah,
cool.
North by Northwest, Alfred Hitchcock.
North by
It's
Northwest.
on my list, so this works.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah, so we'll be doing Christmas movies. So people got some of their favorite Christmas movies they would like us to talk about. Send them over.
Let's do it.
We'll put them in a bucket or something.
Let's do it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too excited for Christmas movies. I feel like I've seen them all like 5,000 times.
Where's your Christmas spirit?
But we can do it. We can do it. You know, 'tis the season to jingle thy balls.
'Tis the season.
That's better.
It doesn't have to be, typical Christmas movies. It could be Black Christmas even.
Let's
Want
put
to
in Black
suggest that?
Christmas. Let's put in.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so
Let's put in Die Hard.
Die Hard. Yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas. What other ones? I don't know.
The Night Before.
I do like that movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones. Yeah, send us something cool. Some maybe we haven't heard of.
Yes. Yeah. Try to give me a Christmas movie I have never seen because I feel like I've seen all of them. Cool. Right on. North by Northwest.
Okay.
Let's move on to what we've been watching. You've been watching a lot of things, Eric?
No,
No. Okay. All right. Moving on.
I haven't been watching anything really. Mostly I've been watching The Thing because I tried watching it, I think Sunday night, and I was just tired, so I went to bed. Then I tried watching it again. Was it Monday? And I was busy building the Zords, and so I really didn't pay much attention. So I heard it all play out, but I didn't watch it. So I finally sat down and watched it the other night. And other than that, yeah, I think that's it. There was something else I think I watched, but I can't remember.
How's your Zord coming along?
It's coming along great. It's almost done. I just have to finish the Tyrannosaurus, and then I'll be done. And that'll be the next package.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
Nice.
But one thing I have been watching bits and parts of, I haven't watched all of it yet, is the Digimon movies.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. So, because in this they have the 3 shorts that make up the American Digimon
Okay,
movie.
cool.
And so you can watch just like the American version, which is great, has an awesome soundtrack. Or you can watch each of the shorts individually with the American cast, which I guess they recently did a couple years ago. And so I've watched the first one and like part of the second one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right,
Digimon.
right on. That's
Awesome.
that's funny that you got that and you're watching it. I just because that's on Arya's movie list. I have a list for my kiddo, and that's Digimon's on her list. But also
Nice.
Powerpuff Girls, the movie, is also on her list. And we went to go. She wanted to watch it because I was giving her options as far as like movies to pick from her list, and she picked this movie. And I went to go watch it, and you can't find it anywhere, bro. It's not anywhere.
Really?
Like, yeah, like they don't have it streaming anywhere. They don't have it on Blu-ray. Then I was like, well, I better. That's why I bought it on DVD. I was like, I might as well snag this while I can before you can't find it at all. You know. So yeah, I got the Powerpuff Girls.
That's a great movie.
Yeah,
I saw that in theaters.
yeah, it's a good one. So next time she's here, we're probably gonna watch it.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I have actually watched quite a bit because the kiddo was here for Halloween weekend, and she didn't want to go trick or treating because she's a weird kid like that. her mom never takes her trick or treating. I think she thinks her
Huh.
mom thinks it's like dangerous or something, which is unfortunate. But so when the kiddo came over here, I was like, "Hey, you never really go trick or treating. We can go. Like, I'll take you." And she was like, "No, I don't really want to." I was like, "Well, what do you want to do? We can go to Universal. We could stay home, watch movies, and eat cookies and stuff. We could whatever you want to do." And she's like, "I want to stay home, watch movies." And I was like, "All right." I guess that's what we do. So we set up the projector and we watched movies. We watched Over the Garden Wall. Have you seen this show?
Yeah. No, you've told me about it. I need to watch it.
Love this show. It's I want to make it a tradition that we watch it every Halloween because it's the perfect fall show. It reminds me a little bit, like how Christmas there's all these like little animated shorts and little animated movies for Christmas for kids, like like the like Rudolph and I'm Mr. Iceman. What the fuck
Yeah.
what's the song go? How's the song go? I'm Mr.
White
Heat
Christmas. I'm
Miser.
Mr. Snow.
I'm Mr. Cold
Yes.
or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's the Heat Miser and is it Cold
Dr.
Miser?
Freeze.
I don't know. I just remember
Mr.
Mr. Freeze singing it and Batman and
Mr.
Robin.
Freeze. But yeah, like like all those, like there's a bunch of that for Christmas, but there's none for Halloween, right? Besides maybe like Charlie Brown's Big Pumpkin.
Yeah.
This show reminds me of something like that, but for Halloween.
Hmm.
And it's 10 episodes long, each 10 minutes, super short. But what's cool is like it feels like it could be like one big movie. Like if you just stitch all the episodes together, it could be like
Yeah.
all one big movie. And yeah, it's so beautiful. The artwork, the background is beautiful. It just screams autumn and fall. Like every frame feels just so like cozy. Like you just want to like cuddle up with a blanket and like sip some tea or some cider or something, Like
Yeah.
and it has like a cute little lesson about responsibility and facing your fears and stuff, which is really cool because the whole show is about Halloween and it's supposed to be like scary, spooky time, and it's about a kid who's figuring out how to be courageous and figuring out how to take responsibility for things. And it's very, very good. Arya loves it. It's really funny too. It's Cartoon Network. Elijah Wood is the voice of the main character. So yeah, it's awesome. So we watched that. And then we had already sort of been watching it, so we finished that. I think we had only like 4 episodes left, so we finished that pretty quick, like 40 minutes long, right? 10 minutes each. And so I was like, "What else do you want to watch?" So I was like, so I gave her some options. And I forget what all the options were. Natalie wanted to watch Casper. And then I was like, I'm down to watch Cowboy Bebop, the movie, because the movie's a Halloween movie. And
Yeah.
we showed Arya both, and Arya chose Cowboy Bebop. And she was really tired, and that movie's kind of serious and like more adult. So
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna fall asleep right away. She loved it, yo. She watched the whole thing, and I was actually surprised about because I was like, it got really late, like close to midnight, by the time the movie ended. So I thought she was gonna fall asleep, but she watched the whole thing, and I actually fell asleep before she did. She watched the whole thing. And that movie's awesome. If you like Cowboy Bebop and you haven't seen the movie, you got to see the movie. It's great. I gave it a 4.5 stars on Letterboxd because it's awesome. And it was like the first movie I saw that made me realize that animation is more than just cartoons and more than just for kids. It felt like a serious fucking movie. And yeah, it opened my mind, my little brain to new possibilities.
Awesome.
And then after she fell asleep and I woke up, I finished watching Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
Okay.
Have you ever seen this movie, Eric?
I want to say I did when it like first came out.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it since.
That's how I was too. Like everything I watched in it too this time around, I was like, I feel like I've seen this before. But the movie's really good. Batman the Animated Series, obviously, it's a masterpiece. So the movie's also really good. Yeah, that was cool. And then also over the weekend we were choosing different movies for the kiddo to watch, and she picked Sky High, so we watched Sky High, and that was fun.
Love that movie.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's also in it, right? It's the dad.
He is, yeah. He's the dad.
Yeah. Yeah, so that movie's fun. I like that movie too. Aria loved it. And then the day after that, she picked The Iron Giant out of her list. So we watched The Iron Giant. That movie's a masterpiece too. It's directed by
I've never seen The Iron Giant.
Really? It's so good. It's so
Yeah.
and the animation is so smooth. Warner Brothers was onto something with the animation. I feel like Warner Brothers was at its peak when it came to animation when that movie came out. Yeah, so it's very good. It's directed by Brad Bird, who also directed The Incredibles and Incredibles 2 and Ratatouille. And he actually got his start on The Simpsons, at least I think so. I'm not sure if that was a start, but I know he worked on The Simpsons. And then he did The Iron Giant. But yeah, he's awesome. He doesn't treat kids animated movies like they're just for kids. He kind of, the Iron Giant feels like it's good for both the parents and the kid. It's like it's for both. And then The Incredibles is about a midlife crisis. That's obviously for the dad. And the Incredibles 2 is doesn't feel like a kids movie either. Really feels like it's for the parents. And then Ratatouille is probably one of Pixar's more like serious films, and I love Ratatouille. It's great. So yeah, Iron Giant also amazing.
Vin Diesel, the
Yeah,
giant, right?
Yeah, he plays a giant, which is like it's funny because he goes on to play Groot, and they kind of have similar, like very simple lines,
Yeah, he's best when he keeps it simple, man.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to move on to what we're looking forward to? Is there anything you're looking forward to?
No, there's that Christie movie that came out this weekend.
I really want to see Sydney Sweeney in this role. See if she does.
Looks good. I don't really know much about the boxer she's playing.
Yeah, I like boxing movies.
Should be good.
So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Frankenstein comes out tomorrow.
Frankenstein, yes, I can't wait for Frankenstein. I'm gonna watch that shit tomorrow as soon as I'm able to. As soon as I get up for it.
Yeah, and other than that, next week I think all that's coming out that I want to see is Running Man.
And yeah, Frankenstein. I've been wanting to watch this fucking movie for a minute now. I'm so pissed that
same.
I had a hard time releasing and earlier on theaters, anyways, because it seemed like they were gonna release it here in Florida, or at least near me, and then I went to go buy tickets. That one week we were gonna do an episode on it, and I just couldn't find any tickets.
Yeah, it was crazy. I literally like one day I checked the app and was like, oh, they have Frankenstein. Let's do Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
And then waited like 2 days to actually get my ticket. And I go back and it's not on there. You can't find Frankenstein on the app at all. Like not even to pull up like information. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, same.
And there's one screening in freaking Colorado Springs. It's like, I am not driving down there for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, let's move on to final thoughts. You got
final thoughts.
You got some final thoughties for me, Eric?
Yeah, I have some points here I didn't get to before. First, so you were saying like there's some kind of like campy like corny scenes that they care for. One thing I did not like, and I kind of wish they didn't put it in the movie, but I know kids are going to think it's so funny, is when Elle Fanning's legs, Thea's legs, like attack that guy, like knock him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, it is so ridiculous. Like how would that even work? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Even for a robot.
And that's what I'm saying with the other Weyland Yutani synths. They've like he gets beat up by a couple legs, you know, not by a pair of legs, you know.
Yeah, like I don't like it. That was dumb.
Yeah,
Um, but speaking of Elle Fanning, I liked her.
yeah, she did good.
She did both roles of Thea and Tessa,
Mhm.
but I think it would have been cool if Tessa was actually played by her sister Dakota.
That would have been pretty cool.
I think that would be cool to like see that reveal.
Maybe they asked Dakota, and she was
Um,
like, "Nah, fuck that, I ain't doing that shit."
maybe,
Y'all can't
but the
afford me.
callus, yeah, the thing that like he goes there to kill, which apparently doesn't seem like it can be killed, but it may have been killed at the end there. Like when he first fights it, like he takes it down pretty easily. Just the fact that it regenerates makes it so hard to kill, right?
Yeah.
So then when like it does, I'm assuming it actually dies at the end when it like gets
Hmm.
frozen from the inside.
Hmm.
It's like you're telling me like a Yautja hadn't like thought of doing something like that
Like throwing
before.
that little
Like they
ice
have all
bomb
these
in the
crazy
mouth.
weapons. Yeah, yeah. Like why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah.
Especially if they tried cutting its head out before and it didn't work.
Yeah. I was gonna say it did seem pretty like I feel like he struggled more with the first thing he fought on that planet than he did actually fighting the Callus.
Yeah. The last thing I wanted to say is that the movie starts out and it shows the like Yautja code. Like Yautja does, Yautja hunts alone, and Yautja doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
He completely abandons those.
Yeah.
He ends up hunting with a robot, which he calls a tool because he's trying to find a way around it. Like, oh, but it's a loophole.
Yeah.
It's a robot. It's a tool. All right.
Yeah.
And then he makes friends. Like he makes friends with the robot and with the baby Callus.
Yeah.
Which, when the baby Callus was first introduced, the fact that like it curled up into a ball. First of it, it's blue, and then it rolls up into a ball and it's like spinning and goes through like the glass brass.
The glass grass.
Yeah, it was like it's just a monkey Sonic is what I thought.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of the leg scene, there's a part where I was like, that doesn't make sense. When she takes him down with her legs, and then
Yeah,
he's like trying not to hit his head on the crowbar that she's holding out underneath him.
yeah,
The legs let go and then step on him. So in
yeah,
order for that to happen, right, she's pushing down with him on his legs because she's got him trapped. She has to
yeah.
let go. He can now just stand up, but yet he's still like, and then it stomps on him, you know. So like, I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
Yeah.
But yeah, you just reminded me of that. But
Mm.
I will say I've been saying a lot of things I didn't like about it. Um, but actually, let me finish saying all the things I didn't like about it first, and then I'll tell you what I did like
all
about
right.
it. So I don't know if anybody else has noticed this about me, but I hate when you cut off the final like feeling in the climax or where the climax is happening and there's a emotion that's being set in and you cut it off. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And so at the end when they kill the Callus, well when the Tessa kills the Callus from the inside out and the baby is like grieving like my mom dead, right? Whatever, right?
Yeah,
And then Deck kills Tessa. Deck has like a moment with Thea, you know, like, yeah, we did it kind of thing. And then in the background, you have the baby Callus, who was just grieving a second ago, now holding the head like. And I'm like, bro, he's happy now? Like, what the. And they just did that for comedy relief. And it's like, no, if anything, it would have made more sense if he just, like, after she got stabbed in the throat, whatever, the baby Callus just started ripping it to shreds, like, just out of anger and emotion, you know? Instead of being like,
yeah, yeah. And then when it dies, like he went there for it, right? He's supposed to take the head back to show that he killed it.
yeah.
Like the thing died, take the head. Why not? Right?
Yeah, no, yeah, like, it's frozen
But
too, so it's like
instead
perfectly packaged already, you know?
yeah, but instead he takes the android's head, and the dad's like, no,
It's like, what the fuck
you
is
don't.
this, bro?
Yeah, like no, you're not one of us.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Did he actually earn it? I think he did since he did beat his dad. But
yeah, yeah. I think just because he beat his dad, he earned it. But like, yeah. So don't do this anymore, Disney. I'm tired of this shit. Um, And then also too, and it's not even Disney. Like it's just like in movies lately, like when they're meant to appeal to a mass audience, and they 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 don't let you sit with the emotion at the end. They have to comedy relief the fuck out of it. And as much as I love Guardians of the Galaxy, I blame James Gunn and Guardians of the Galaxy for doing. But even Guardians of the Galaxy is more emotional than some of these other movies that have come out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy is actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
But like in Superman, they did it too, right? When when Crypto starts beating up Lex, Hulk when he flips around Loki, you know,
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I mean? They keep doing this, yo, and I'm just it's pissing me off. Like
Yeah.
let me sit with the emotion. I wanna feel. I go into the movies because I want to feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hated that, but what I did like about this movie though is that the it feels like the core of it was a solid concept. The beginning's really
Yeah.
good, which also too the beginning that part where the the creatures are eating each other. Didn't he do that already in one of the other movies?
The creatures are
The
eating
the
each
the
other.
first shot, the opening shot, there's like a little bug or something, and then like a
Oh
something
yeah.
rat eats it, no, like a lizard eats it or something, right? Didn't they do that in one of the other
Yeah.
movies already?
I don't know if they did it in a Predator movie.
I feel like I saw it in one of his movies, actually, one of his Predator movies. I forget which one it was. It was either Prey or Killers of Killers. But yeah, one of those two. I swear that he already did that same thing. but yeah, the opening's good. That tone that was set with the brother being killed was really good.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I really liked that. And then when he gets to the planet is when it slowly starts to fall apart. But
Mhm.
I did like that they were playing with a lot of themes of strength, like what it means to be strong, and and weakness, and what it means to be like a runt,
Mhm.
you know. And he eventually kind of his weakness is what kind of allows him to kind of break his codex, you know, break his code and kind of allow himself to be befriended by a robot, be befriended by a little baby Callisk, you know, his and then his weakness ends up turning into his strength, you know,
Yeah.
and he's able to actually um, use his little found family, his little found clan, um, to his advantage, and wanting to be the alpha and wanting to protect them is actually what makes him strong, and that's like the only thing I liked about this movie. I think the themes
Yeah.
were good, the themes and the core of it were
Mhm.
good, but it feels like Disney got their little greedy fucking formula hands in it.
Yeah.
And also too, at the movie theater, they gave me this cool keychain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Ta-da.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Does it light up?
Um, no, it's just a head.
No.
Um,
Okay.
and I was gonna put it on
Yeah.
my keys, but I showed it to Natalie, and she's like, "Is it for me?" And I was like, "It can be. Like, if you want it." And she's like, "Yeah, I kind of like it." I was like, "Okay, you can have it."
Okay. I get so many keychains, especially like from going to screenings and stuff. So I end up just putting them on my Christmas tree because I don't need that many
Well,
keychains.
you know what? That's a good way to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like an ornament.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the theater, the movie ended. It was pretty silent. No one really said anything, and then someone tried to like start a clap at in the back of the auditorium. Nobody joined in. I was like, "Don't clap for this. This wasn't that great."
That reminds me, yo, before the movie started, we got there kind of early, and some guy came in and he was like, I guess he was also watching a movie. And the movie theater wasn't at all like packed or anything. Like there's like maybe like
No.
10 people in there. But when he walked in, there was only probably like 5 people in there, including me and my 2 other coworkers. And he goes, "Real quick question for all you guys." He's like, is the predator he, him, they, them, non-binary, a female? What is it? What is it? And our friend Randall's like, it's a he. The director said it was a he, and he's like, okay, just checking. And then he goes and like sits down. I was like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, he could be non-binary, right? Like, why? I mean, I don't know much about this character. And Randall was like, no, the director specifically said that he was he. I was like, wait a second, why do you have to point it out? Was there like a debate on whether or not he was
People are probably asking. I want to know.
But
Okay.
I don't think it's relevant at all, to be quite honest.
I don't think it is, especially with an alien race.
I know.
Whatever, man.
I know. So,
But the guy that asked if someone was like, "Oh, it's a they them," would he have left?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering too. Like, I wonder if he was just like, all right, I'm not watching this.
All right, I'm done.
Refund me my ticket.
Predator's gone woke.
I was like, that's an arbitrary question, man. That was so random. But yeah, you got any other thoughts about this movie, Eric? The more we talk about it, the more I'm disliking it.
No, not really. It's just like I said before, it's fun and it's entertaining.
Yeah, I think my kid's gonna like this.
Yeah, if I had a kid, they would too.
Yeah,
My inner child loved it.
yeah,
My adult self thought it was lame.
yeah. Ari's gonna love that little weird baby Kellisk.
Yeah, kids are gonna love that baby callus.
Yeah, that's I'm telling you, that's what Disney's thinking here, you guys. They're thinking, you know what? If we can make this little creature popular, toys, merchandise, shirts. Think about it. Think about it. We can make money off these creatures forever. These non-existent creatures. Look at Stitch. Look at Grogu.
Do we need another Stitch or Grogu?
No, but they want to make more, obviously.
Guess so. I don't know. I mean, that's basically what it was. Like,
yeah,
kind of like ugly alien thing who looks weird.
who has like these big bug eyes, so he's kind of cute.
Yeah,
He has like seems like he has very like intelligent interactions with the other characters. Like he understands them, or she understands them.
It's a girl, and her name's Bud.
Bud. I thought she named it Butt at first. It's like, all right.
All right. Is she butt ugly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So if you guys have kids, take your kids to go see it. They might like it. You probably won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe indulge in something before you go in.
Yeah. Maybe do a little toki or drinky.
Yeah. Have yourself a good time. Don't take it too seriously. Yeah.
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 Yeah. What are we gonna watch next, Eric? Do you know? We talked about this.
I don't know. What do you want to do next? Because, like I said, there's not a whole lot coming out next week.
We could do Frankenstein.
We can do Frankenstein.
We could record.
I would not be opposed to that. Awesome.
All right, people.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein.
You got plenty of time to watch this one, so watch it.
No excuses.
Send us your thoughts.
We're watching Frankenstein and North by Northwest. Oh wait, I just realized we gotta watch the Bucket Pool movie before we record. So
yeah,
I guess whenever we watch both of those movies, we can record as soon as that's done. But anyways, yeah, Frankenstein and North by Northwest. You know what we're watching. You go watch it too. You got a lot of time to do it. So go do it. And then come back here when we release the episode. We'll talk about it. We could talk about it. We could all talk about it. All right, everybody. That was the Cinema Rolls podcast. Thank you for watching. We love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. Tell your friends about it. Tell your grandma about it. Tell your grandpa about it. Spread the word. Like maybe be like a Cinema Rolls Jehovah's Witness and just go door to door and bother people about it. Yeah. Right. We love you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.